Hi everyone, I'm Roger Herring. I am the Investor's Accountant. Welcome to another edition of Ask Roger. This is where you get to ask me a question about tax strategy, about real estate investment tax strategy, wealth building, all the wonderful things we love to talk about here on this channel. Today, I got a question from the internet and it asks, Roger, I know taxes are coming due. What if I can't pay? You know, I hear that a lot, and guess what? Everybody's been there at some point in time, and I don't care what your income level is. There have been times when you've had money deployed and you couldn't write a check to the IRS, so what'd you do? You sucked up a penalty. Yeah, it can happen to anyone, but let me tell you what you need to know, okay? Even if you can't pay, you do need to file, because the failure to pay penalty is a whole lot less than the failure to file penalty. If you don't file and you owe taxes on a 1040, here's the deal, guys. They're going to hit you with a penalty of 5% of the balance due per month, up to 25% of the balance due. Yeah, so if you let that drag on 5 months late or part of a month, 4 and part of a 5th month, you're going to get hit with 25%. We don't want that. You need to file. If the return's not perfect, file and you can amend the return. The return can be amended, but act in good faith. Now, well, Roger, could I file an extension? No. Extensions, guys, are only available for the spring deadlines. That would be the partnership and the S-Corp deadline that happens on March 15th, and the 1040 and the C-Corp deadline that happen on April 15th. That's the only time you can get an extension. Now, here's the deal. Let me tell you something. An extension is only an extension of time to file. It's not time to pay. So, you're going to get hit with penalty and interest if you don't pay. Now, when does that occur? Here's the deal. If you pay between January and April 15th, depending on the amount, you can still get hit with penalty and interest because everything was due when? Last year. That's right. If you pay after April 15th, you will get hit with penalty and interest. Now, how much is the penalty? Penalty is not bad when it's a late pay penalty. That penalty is only 1/2 of 1% of the balance due. And that's per month or part of the month. Okay? Only 1/2 of 1%. It's not too bad. But you're going to get hit with that, and you're going to get hit with interest. So, here's what you need to do, gang. With that return, you pay what you can. And then you go to irs.gov and you set up an account and you set up a payment plan on that balance due. Now here's the deal. It has to be under $50,000. That liability has to be below $50K. Over $50K, what happens? Well, you got to do everything you can to get that penalty or that balance due down below $50,000. If you don't, they can file a tax lien, which is going to go onto your credit report and impede your ability to borrow money. They can also do this nasty little thing called revoke your passport. Not fun. So get it below $50,000. Now, when you have a payment plan, you enter into the payment plan. It's going to be a monthly payment that's going to be drafted from a bank account, but here's the good news. You're going to be in compliance with the IRS, and they're going to cut the late pay penalty in half. That's right, the late pay will be cut in half. There you have it, gang. File the form even if you can't pay. Get the taxes paid fast. Now, I have one last thing to say. If you owe over $50,000 or you owe $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, you may be tempted by some of these ads on TV and the radio of these so-called tax resolution companies. Guys, I would estimate these folks have less than a 10% success rate with the IRS. Oh, they're going to charge you, and they're going to promise you the moon, and they're going to deliver dirt. In fact, 10% is probably way too generous. It's probably a whole lot less. But you're going to pay them, and they'll fill out the forms and submit them and a check from you to the IRS. And the IRS will cash your check, keep your money, and deny you the settlement. That's usually what happens. These guys they're legitimate companies and they're filling out forms, but they don't give you the big picture. Okay? Most of the time, it won't work. The IRS has 5 years to collect from you, and they're going to look at how much money you're making, what kind of assets you have. Okay? That's the way it is, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this segment. Remember, October 15th is coming up fast. Get those 1040s filed. Till the next time, Roger out.